You talking to me?
Goonies never say die!
What's in the box?
Just what do you think you're doing there?
Hi guys, welcome to Big Bang Cinema. My name is Isaac. I got a new members only jacket, Anderson.
I am Tyler. Let me see that the member. Is that the new jacket?
Sort of.
Oh.
But you've seen it before. Guys, this is a movie show where we talk about movie news.
The movie reviews.
And every single thing in between. Tyler, how you doing today, buddy?
Oh man, I'm tired, hungry. I got like pains in my ankles and my knees kind of hurt a little bit. I got bad sinuses and I can't hardly breathe this morning. My head's real itchy. I got wasabi powder. It's just everywhere. It just burns and itches. It's terrible.
Heard. Well, being a 74-year-old man, this does make sense for you.
A 74-year-old socialist.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the only man from community college to gain a master's degree.
Absolutely.
There you go. But guys, we have for real, we have a lot of great movie topics up for you today. Starting with Uncharted is a movie that is not a movie, that's a video game that's going to be a movie that was stuck in production hell for the last couple of years.
Okay, let me roll this. Let me try to understand this. This is going to be based off a video game that hasn't come out yet.
Essentially, well, no, this is a video game that already exists. But the reason we're talking about this is because Tom Holland, the guy that's supposed to play Nathan Drake, the main character of the movie and game, says they will be filming within a month.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So little Tom Holland is going to play Nathan Drake, the guy right there.
Yeah, that's him right there with him and Daisy Ridley.
But let's pull this back at another question right now, because Nathan Drake is like 40, 35, 40.
Yeah, he's like in his mid to late 30s, and he's not 20-something young man.
And he's like 6'1", and he looks like your typical action hero. But Tom Holland looks like he's still in high school.
Yeah.
And when I high school, I mean like 9th grade.
I know the feeling. I look like Tom Holland if he was.
Is he playing Tom Holland as a kid? Is this a prequel to?
I don't know. But I know Daisy Ridley has a blonde wig, and I like her face.
Yeah.
But for real, this movie is going to be directed by a guy named Ruben. I think his last name is pronounced Fleischer. Fleischer.
Let me see. I'll pronounce it for you.
Ruben Fleischer.
Fleschner.
Whatever. So he's directing this. Are you familiar with that name, by the way?
Did he do Venom?
He did Venom. He also did Zombieland.
Which one?
Both. He did both Zombielands, actually, I think. So he's known. Sony likes him a lot, which is not a great sign for your career, but I like his movies for the most part, besides Venom.
Is Woody Harrelson going to be in this movie?
That is not confirmed. He does like Woody Harrelson, though.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't like Woody Harrelson? We'll talk about him a little later, too. This guy's going to come back up later in the show. Yeah. But what do you think about them making an Uncharted movie anyway?
It's going to be about like Tomb Raider, but it's a guy.
So what is the story of Uncharted? Can you tell everybody?
It is Tomb Raider, but it's a guy.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So are you gonna? Who would you want to play Nathan Drake?
Nathan Fillion, but like de-age him a little bit. He'd be absolutely perfect to play Nathan Drake. But
it's not going to happen.
Of course, Nathan Fillion could probably pull anything off.
That's true.
And make it entertaining.
That's true. For a second, I was thinking Brendan Fraser. But
Brendan Fraser would be a good one too.
He hasn't been in a lot of things. All he's doing now is signing photos at steak restaurants saying he was in The Mummy. So that's what he's doing. That's a quick Google search where y'all yell. Oh. But yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to do for this. Not a fan of Sony movies like this, but they'll try. This thing has been stuck in production hell. I like Tom Holland. So any final thoughts on this before you go on?
Probably not going to watch it.
Heard that. Well, we'll see what comes out that week, and
not
we'll
a
see
bit.
if we talk to you about it. But speaking about totally going to see it, Bill and Ted Face the Music has a new photo out, and these guys look old. Oh. That's how they look. Look at them.
Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.
Yeah, so Bill and Ted Face the Music, we talked about this movie a good amount. This is one of my most anticipated movies of this year, actually.
How come it looks like Alex Winter hasn't aged that much?
I don't know. Keanu looks like he's aged quite a lot without the beard.
Yeah.
With the beard, he just he looks a lot better with the beard, but that's not That's not the character. Dude. I mean, he's like upwards of like 51, 52, right?
Yeah.
Now Alex Whitner's about, what was he, like 47, 48?
Yeah, right around there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Around that mark.
I mean, he's half your age. I mean,
Yeah, that
you
is
look
true.
great for your age, man.
76 years old.
76 years old, and still mighty fine. It's the edamame beans.
It's the edamame, and I get a carrot anytime I can. Anyway.
There you go. But what do you think about like some of the photos that they released already? We've seen Samara Weaving, and I forgot what the other actors. What their name
Nothing
is.
but excitement on my part.
Are you being for real? No sarcasm.
I'm not being sarcastic in the least bit. I'm gonna tell you some of my favorite movies of all time is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Which one? Do you like Bogus Journey or the first one?
Okay, they're different. They're different.
They're very different.
The first one's like sci-fi. The second one's the supernatural.
Yeah.
Supernatural sci-fi.
Well, what are you most looking forward to with this one?
The gags, the jokes, but like not like slapstick, but like they had like the dumb. The dumb. You can't explain Bill and Ted that well. It's like they're stupid, but that making the subject that they're stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, like they're kind of like brain dead, kind of like in high school, like bros.
Rocked out.
Yeah, like bros.
Burned out. They're like burned out. Their brains are burned out.
Yeah, they're burned out, and they. I mean, it's like a very '80s concept, and all of a sudden they get a whole time machine to help them with their project. It's a great, fun concept.
And it's fun, the concept, you had some of the two dumbest people, and the future of the world is like is on their shoulders.
Yeah, and the second one revolves around them having to make the greatest song ever.
And what it involves by them dying, had to come back.
Yeah,
from
they
the
died
dead.
in the beginning of the movie. That one.
That they died and they had to come back. They had to beat death at a board game to come back, and they beat him at every board game. And he keeps saying best out of, best out of, best out of, and they finally beat him in Twister.
Yeah. What is?
Which it also brought the Billy and Mandy concept came off that movie too.
Yeah, for sure. It's a fun concept, like I said, but this one I believe like it's going to revolve around them. Like they're supposed to create the best song in the world, but they haven't yet. And I read the director Dean Parasot said that the movie is going to be like on a time limit, so it's going to be like they only have like an hour and 47 minutes, or like an hour and 15 minutes I think is in the story to actually complete the best song ever. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And so they just been slacking the last 30 years.
Well, hold on. Didn't they go back in time to the future to learn how to play? At the end, the second one was they couldn't play any instruments, so they used the time machine to go in
Might
time.
be good to learn how to play, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we suck. Let's go. So they come back from the future. They had kids, and they they taught themselves how to play. So they went back to that concert and they played the instrument. They had long beards and everything, ZZ Top beards.
Yeah, so I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how exactly it's going to turn out, but I'm incredibly excited. I want to see a trailer very soon.
Bring back the Bill and Ted cereal.
What was the Bill and Ted cereal? I know you were like in your 50s when they came out. So
They had Bill and Ted breakfast cereal.
very nice, very nice.
And they're like this in the boxes. Like, that was awesome.
Heard that. Any final thoughts on this before we go?
It's probably going to be my favorite movie of the year so far.
It's my most anticipated movie. I hope it stands up to the hype.
Yeah.
I hope it does. But speaking about not standing up to the hype, Venom 2 has some new photos out of Mr. Carnage. Mr. Woody Harrelson, like we mentioned before, this guy right here, let me scratch his nose. Very good. He is Venom. And, oh no, he's not Venom, he's Carnage. Yeah,
Carnage.
This is how memorable this movie is, guys. So the end credit sequence, he comes out in like this stupid curly wig where he looks like Wendy from like the restaurant Wendy's, and he's like, when I'm done with you, there's gonna be a lot of carnage. And he says it just like that, and that might have been the dumbest thing to possibly do ever. But apparently now he doesn't have the curly hair. He's got cut hair, and he's gonna play Carnage in this new Venom 2 thing because apparently that's still happening. Tyler, what do you think about this?
I'm not looking forward to it. I didn't like Venom, the first Venom, that much.
Well, I don't think anybody really liked Venom.
See, I kind of felt like it was a massive misstep. Like Sony should have left that in there with like the Spider-Man and have Disney. Have Disney take care of Venom.
Yeah. I remember seeing that. I don't even remember what happened in this movie.
You can't really have Venom. The whole origin story of Venom is Spider-Man. So you took Spider-Man out of the equation. That's like having Indiana Jones that instead of him going around and like finding artifacts, he goes and does people's taxes.
Yeah, that's kind of right. I mean, well, Sony's tried to do a host of different things with their content and everything. Obviously, Sony's not known for their highbrow, amazing cinematic works of art, like Venom 2 and Zombieland, even though Zombieland is pretty well respected. But yeah, I'm just really shocked that they're actually making a Venom 2 because the first one wasn't successful to my knowledge, right?
I think it broke even.
It broke even? I mean,
Actually, no, I think it was $1 billion, man.
$1 billion,
Hey,
really? Well, we can't Google right now.
let's say,
so-
do we have a Googler?
We don't have a Googler right now. I'm sure we can pull it up during the break. But I do like Tom Hardy as Venom. I will say that. But couldn't care less about this film. And I don't think Woody Harrelson's going to be able to save that. Do you? Mm-mm. Okay. Well, any final thoughts on any of these movie topics before we go on, buddy?
Bill and Ted is going to be awesome. Without a doubt, it's going to be
Greatly
awesome.
looking forward to Bill and Ted.
Yes.
But guys, this is not the only thing that happened this week. I believe on Friday we got a new BBC short take topic in the form of Batman test footage. Robert Pattinson. I tore the gun and put it on my suit. I look like Daredevil. There we go.
Yes, that is.
So it's a very, very dark beginning to this. Real quick. Yeah. So here we go. I believe we have Mr. Batman walking up right there. So Robert Pattinson is Batman, and that's the image of him. Can we put the clip back up? Actually, of that. It starts out really dark.
Now
I
they
know.
can say this. They can save this if it's Batman Beyond.
Okay, they can say it's Batman Beyond.
They can save it and make it Batman Beyond. Have like old.
Okay. So it appears right here in just a second, like it's about to come up.
They could have Michael Keaton play old Batman, and and then Robert Pattinson, Terry McGinnis.
Heard that.
That'll be awesome.
That would be cool. And I like the suit idea of like he tore the gun apart that Joe Chill used to kill his parents, and he put it on a suit as like a reminder. That's kind of cool. I don't know if anybody can see this. It kind of just looks like a red facade right now, but this was the test footage. It was extremely dark. Extremely. But it just kind of looks like darkness right now on the camera. But we'll pop up the photo, actually. We'll pop up the photo.
It reminds me of the Daredevil Netflix opening.
Yeah, and well, I mean, it also looks like Daredevil the suit, you know?
Yeah, it's like Daredevil suit.
People were making fun of, like, you know, they don't know what's above this. They don't know if it's this, that, or this, you know? It could be a multitude of different things. But we talked a little bit about this movie. Obviously, Matt Reeves, the director of the Planet of the Apes franchise movies, is going to be making these.
And this Batman has nothing to do with all the other DC movies.
Of course not. No, because they're trying to start fresh. Did you not see Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey?
Wait, that still had stuff to do with Justice League.
Sort of.
I thought this was going to be like a Joker where it's its own little universe.
It might be. I don't know. Since Ben Affleck. Also, I think it's well known. Did you read about why Ben Affleck left the Batman?
Absolutely did. They said his forehead was too big to put the mask on anymore.
You got that right. Yeah. No, actually, this is like a legitimate thing. He said he was, because of all the stress and everything he was going through, and also that kind of the hate that was outpoured for Batman v Superman, he started drinking a lot, and I think he thought he was...
Oh, please, he was dragged before he put the suit on.
Allegedly, but true. But I think he went on record saying that like he wanted to do the Batman, but he was gonna die of alcoholism. He knew he was gonna like die drinking himself to death.
Drive alcohol. How do you like them apples?
I mean that is a legitimate concern. I'm glad he stopped before he got too crazy.
You talking about stopped acting and went back to full-time drinking? I mean, what are you talking about?
Full-time drinking?
Full-time.
Don't do that. No, don't do full-time drinking, kids.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. No, I'm saying like he might want to take a break.
I'm glad he quit acting too.
Yeah, well he's in a few modern movies now, isn't he?
Yeah, he was in a Batman versus Superman Justice League. I think he was in that Dawn of something.
Dawn of Disappointment.
Dawn of Disappointment.
I saw that movie once in the theater and never watched it again because I hated it so
well,
bad.
you weren't disappointed because let's check. You weren't disappointed because you knew it was going to be bad.
Hey, I kind of went in knowing it was going to suck, but I didn't want it to suck. This one I'm actually really excited about because I love Matt Reeves. If you haven't seen Lighthouse, you don't know how great of an actor Robert Pattinson is, or if you haven't seen High Life.
I still say it should have been Carl Urban.
Why?
Because Carl Urban is Carl Urban. He could pull off any character.
Carl Urban would be cool, but he's already a lot of these kind of characters, though. Mm-hmm. Robert Pattinson's never had a chance like this, but I'm excited about this. Any final thoughts on this before we go on, buddy?
Andrew Dean Morgan.
Whatever that was.
Should be another Batman.
Sure. Guys, You can leave a comment at facebook.com/studio67ncc. We would love to hear what you guys have to say. Anything about this of the topics that we talked about? We really do appreciate it.
Are you going to be disappointed in them too? Or are you excited? Are you prepared? Do you feel like Tom Holland should not be playing Nathan Drake? That he is about 2 feet too short and about 100 pounds too light?
Well,
and about 15 years too young?
We'll find out.
That's like having Isaac. Isaac goes there and plays the next Terminator.
That is kind of true. I'm not really threatening, just my cracky voice. You've been terminated.
I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, it's just not going to work.
Guys, we're going to take a really quick break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. Stay with us.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
When it comes to culinary arts, Nash Community College is here to turn your burning passion for food into a career. Our chefs, with over 70 years of highly qualified industry experience, are here to point you in the right direction, teaching and handing down classical culinary techniques that will improve your skills and help you cut your way into the food industry. Gain invaluable experience, vital to cooking and preparing delicious food, served in a personal and creative environment. To learn more about the culinary arts program, visit nashcc.edu.
Hey, welcome back to Big Bang Cinema. My name is Isaac, the blue shirt Anderson.
I'm Tyler. I'm still here, Keen.
Yes. Guys, sometimes we go through tragedies in life, whether that be terrorism, whether that be personal stress, or
taxes.
Just taxes. I was going to go more of like the sense of like maybe, more of like a midlife crisis, or maybe hot flashes.
Or sitting through a Zack Snyder film.
That is the most tragic out of them all. Mm-hmm. And they combine all three of those things.
Like I'm to the point where if I had to see the next Zack Snyder movie, I'm going to call the president and try to get some relief or aid.
Amen.
Yeah.
But guys, we didn't see any of that kind of stuff, or didn't experience that stuff this week, because we saw Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Let us be blessed by the plot of this film. Tyler, what is the plot of Sonic the Hedgehog?
He was alien on another planet. He got super speed, and everybody wants the speed. Everybody got to have the speed. They need the speed. So
like Vin Diesel came down.
Yeah, Vin Diesel was trying to catch him. So you had some creatures that were endemic to the planet, and there was like I think they were echidnas.
Let's do short version of the plot.
Well, he's a baby. A little kid. He uses the rings to go back to Earth, and so he's been hiding on Earth for a long time, and he likes the sheriff, and finally meets the sheriff, freaks the sheriff out, and now the government and the government's after him to find the secret of the speed, and then the scientist is that's working for the government, planning on two-tying him and using the speed to power his crazy inventions to take over the world.
A very in-depth plot indeed.
Simple plot, but it was the way it was delivered.
Essentially, big blue hedgehog little thing tries to get chased by Jim Carrey because he's fast. Tyler, what'd you think about this film?
I rather enjoyed it. I thought it was really nice.
I actually really did enjoy this too.
Some parts made me laugh. It was pretty fun. A lot of the gags were hilarious.
Yeah, and I want to say that I was pleasantly surprised by this movie. I went in this movie kind of not necessarily like I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. It was solid.
It's probably the best video game movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, and again, you say this every single time we see it.
Because they progressively get better.
They progressively get better. So I think we should probably go over some of the bigger elements of it. And one of the biggest things is that this little guy right here didn't used to look like this guy. He used to look like a weird humanoid child-looking thing.
You got him up there?
I don't think we have the photo right now of it. But what did you think about that? Like the design of Sonic?
Okay, the original design of Sonic was horrifying, scary, and it was an impending flop. So as I've heard, a lot of the fans got together and said, like, you need to change that. So the studio went back and actually changed it, and now it's got massive fan support. But you gotta remember, there's a lot of fans who play Sonic, and they're gonna go watch this movie. Yeah, and
like before, like they had finished the entire film with that effect, like with him looking like that. They had to go and redo the film to literally redo all the animation, everything for the whole entire film. You know how much of a pain that was?
I think there's memes of him now, like the scary looking Sonic, like abducting children. Come on, Tails, we gotta go.
Oh goodness. But I'm really impressed that the studio and the director actually took the criticism and fixed it from the fans. They weren't just like, well, we're just gonna still put it out, and you guys don't know what's good for you. They weren't like a Zack Snyder. You guys just don't know good movies. You guys are just stupid.
You're dumb. You're stupid.
Yeah.
You're losers. You wouldn't know a good movie if you had to sit through it.
Well, he says a lot more things, but we talked about it on the show before.
There's it's got to have shaky cam and it's got to be real dark, very depressing. That's a good movie.
Absolutely.
A lot of dull action.
Well, you know what I say. My Sonic didn't, kill anybody. My Sonic didn't commit atrocities. My Sonic didn't embezzle taxes from the U.S. government, because that's what I want to see in a Sonic movie.
My Sonic also didn't destroy Metropolis.
Yeah, I mean, you know what Sonic was missing? 9/11 comparisons.
9/11 comparisons.
That's what it was missing. Yeah, this movie would have been a 10 out of 10 if that was so.
Now, if I could recall, there's been some people online giving fake reviews for this film, including that it had homophobic slurs every 5 minutes of the film. They said it was extremely racist.
What?
It was, believe it or not, it was DC fanboys that are bashing this.
Why?
Because it is beating Birds of Prey in the box office.
Well, I mean, that's no fault but their own, really. I mean,
absolutely. So like this is, and they went to Metacritic and they said they voted and they hacked Metacritic.
That's so stupid. I mean, and obviously, like at the time of us, if you're watching this sometime in the future, Sonic came out the same week as Harley Quinn: Birds of Prey. Oh, the week afterwards, actually, and it's gotten very popular.
And it's doubled the revenue that Birds of Prey has.
Yeah, and granted, Birds of Prey was an all-right film, but this one, I guess, it's just more of a wide
fun.
appeal, I guess.
Well,
it's more fun too.
Well, people could bring their kids to come see this.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people take their kids to Harley Quinn, but that's not probably the greatest parenting.
Man, I tell you what, you can't have a lighthearted film and try to push a rated R on it.
Yeah, and I agree, but this one balanced the tone really well. I think we should go into that. The tone and the kind of the structure of the film. So as far as writing of the film, pretty baseline. I didn't think this was like Pixar level of quality writing. I didn't think this was like breaking down any barriers. They put all the elements in there that you need in the screenplay. Made the characters, gave them something to do, gave them some character to themselves, gave some stakes, and then the movie was over.
Like steaks.
Yeah, like steaks.
Steaks. What kind of steak?
You know what I meant.
Ribeyes.
Whatever. But I think now we should talk a little bit about Jim Carrey, the guy that's right behind us right now. So, what do you think of Mr. Jim Carrey?
I think he is an insane, crazy person who has lost all touch with reality. And in this film, he plays a crazy scientist who is trying to take over the world by using his ludicrous inventions.
What a lovely take. Well, Jim Carrey actually has gone a little bit.
Well, he has lost all touch of reality. Well, he lives in Canada, but he still lives in Canada apparently. But he bashes American politics every chance he can get.
Well, that's beyond the point. Like his performance in the movie.
Oh yeah, it was Jim Carrey. It was like a little bit Ace Ventura to it.
I don't agree.
And he was like insufferable and aggravating.
Okay, is there going to be a punchline after this?
Oh no, actually, it was insufferable and aggravating. Which it makes you really hate Eggman. Like this guy's got to get his head bashed in. Like if I saw him in the corner, I'd beat him up. I mean, that's how aggravating the character was. But it was good because it made you hate him and you really rooting for Sonic to win.
Heard that. And I liked his performance. I didn't think it was that memorable though. I didn't think it was like a really iconic performance for him. But I mean, you really could have replaced this with any other actor. He wasn't doing the Jim Carrey thing. I don't know if that was just him getting older or just the way it was written. I don't know. The ending was kind of fun of him, well, spoiler alert. I don't want to spoil. Okay, spoiler for Sonic the Hedgehog. When he does this, it's not really a spoiler if we can see it. It's in the trailer. He's like shaving his head on the mushroom planet and everything. That was kind of fun. And who voiced Sonic, by the way?
John Ralphio from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job of voicing him.
Flush with rings.
See, I I thought he did a really great job. I think James Marsden did a really great job too. And also, they showed a clip of Naked Gun in the TVs. I thought, who's talked about Naked Gun?
You have.
I know,
all the time, every chance you can talk about
Besides me.
Naked Gun.
Well, like nobody ever talks about it. Granted, OJ killed those people allegedly, so I mean, like nobody ever talks about the movie. But I mean, it's a great film. I was just really surprised. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Naked Gun, and that was really cool. But overall, a quality film, pretty basic storyline, not breaking down any barriers. Pretty fun design of the characters. A couple funny scenes.
It's one of those films where you can watch it again and still really enjoy it.
Yeah. If you just want to have a good time, like I said earlier, if you have custody of the kids during the weekend, maybe it'd be a good time. You know, fun time to do. I'm going to give this movie. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
Heard that, man. Heard that. So it's good that we saw an actual decent film this week, but
Yeah.
we might not see another one for a while because I don't know what else is coming down the pipe right now.
Oh, it's trash, garbage.
Yeah, so next week, I don't think we're going to do a movie review. We're just going to go and do a fun segment. We're talking about doing possibly 80s cult films. We might do something else. I don't know. Depends what comes out that week. But guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Isaac. Goodbye, Anderson.
I am Tyler. I love the Sonic movie Keen.
Stay lovely. Have a safe, snow-free weekend
And
or
a
snowy weekend.
5
whatever.
inches. 5 inches of snow. 5 inches of snow. I'm excited because that means I got to drive to work in it.
Spicy.